Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing Imotekh The Stormlord's cape. It is spread in a bone colour compared to the body. So we'll continue this on in the painting phase, which is coming up now. Okay, so to start off with, we use the rattle can of Wraithbone. And then I water down some Iron Hand steel, and I'm just going to give that a quick coat over. It will make it look kind of metallic-ish, maybe. I don't even know why I said maybe, because it does. Although the camera doesn't really do it justice. I got a new arm extender thing that clips on to the end of the table. I still need to try and figure out the best way to mount it, so you actually see everything. You will see, like later on in the video, I do kind of move back and forth a wee bit. And on this part, I just took a bit of moot green and then just dry brushed in, because for me, on the box art, it kind of looks like a greenish turquoisey colour. So I figured, hey, we all use moots, and we all use moot on their like little power nodes and stuff, so I just figured, here, this will work too. I actually do. Actually, that do. I actually do. I actually did think it came out pretty well, but we'll find out later on in the video. Yep, that's what it meant there. So you're just getting a shot of the cotton mat and the bit of toilet roll I used as the dry brush. You actually don't see what I'm doing until, I realise that it's not really in, because I paint very close to my chest. So I kind of like need to get this arm thing angled in a way where you actually see everything. But this was my first video using it. And that was just a test. I was testing like a contrast turquoise colour I got. I think it was Terragotten Turquoise, I think it was called. So I just went, you know what, we'll go for that one. So I'm just slapping that baby on. It looks really nice. Like, I like the colour. I think I should have used a darker green as a dry brush base. I'm not 100% sure. Not a really overly 100% sure there. I'm sorry, I had to pause the audio recording there for a split second because I dropped something. So yeah, I'm just continue slapping this, just slapping colour on as you do. So it can't see from that angle. It kind of looks like what I was like the box art, but again, and I've watched their video of how to paint this guy. I've watched other dudes doing it, and nobody actually explains how they do it. So this is my take on that part. And because the main body, like where Imotech's shoulders and all are, they're Runelord. So if I stop popping in and out of frame with this paint job, you can see that I'm actually touching up the shoulder panels. Just in a bit of Runelord brass. Just so that way I don't have to go back whenever I, do his main body in the next video. I don't have to go back and do it. And on this one, I'm just going to pick out the little scarabs. So the metallic scarabs. I'm going to, well, considering they're based in ancient Egypt. Yeah, as I was saying, considering they're like, space Egyptians. Which kind of ties into the whole, did the ancient Egyptians get help from people from space? So, and they've been asleep for millennia, so I'm just going to say, the Necrons came down, like what they seen, helped them build pyramids, and then adopted the way they are. So, even though, yeah, that's lies. But, you never know. Well, we do know, but it's kind of fun to say anyway. So, yep, I'm just picking off these little dudes in just Abaddon Black, or Abaddon. Because I've heard people say it's Abaddon, Abaddon. It's just a light black at the end of the day, like, just a wee light black. And then I Also, I think, yeah, still painting black because there's like 5 or 6 on his cape. Just like vibing out. Probably getting chunky off the energy nodes, like the power going through that solar panel cape. And out of focus again. In the next one, I am going to try to make sure I don't do that as often. But as you can see, they kind of stand out. And I'm pretty sure I'm doing the... I think I'm doing the... Yep. That's where I pick off all the white parts so I can put the moot green on, then go over them later. Standard. See? They look nice. Out of focus again. Well, it's not really out of focus. It's out of shot. Yeah, that's the word. Is that the word I'm looking for? Out of frame? Let me know if it's out of shot or out of frame. I don't know. I never really worked in the film industry, so I just say, "Oh, Lordy, gone," and that's pretty much it. See, gone. Now I'm back. Because whenever I set up the arm thing clamp that goes over, because the other videos I've made, I've had like a stand in front of me, and it's very annoying to try to paint like hulking around it. So I figured here, this arm, like a lot of people use the arm, so you know, I'm just going to grab one, see what the crack is. And it's definitely a way forward, but I need to try and have it closer to me rather than like, I think it was like 1.5 feet. Yeah, about 1.5 feet away. So, and I paint quite close, as you can see from there. So, whenever I paint Imotech's body, I'll be having it closer. I'm going to make that video tomorrow, which will be Sunday, and then I'll probably post it throughout the week. Because I don't really post as frequently as I would like to. You know, full-time job, 3 kids, and a little puppy. Well, when I say puppy, he's 3. It's not even ours, he's a foster that we're looking after. So, yeah, between all that, it's kind of hard because just to sit down and be like, you know what, let's crack on. So, I think from now on, I'm going to have to stick with the schedule. Record on Saturday. And edit Saturday. And if I'm finished in time with the editing, post. And then on Sundays, same thing really. Create, edit, and post. I think that'll work. Truth be told, I'm not 100% sure. See, I've put the Strike and Scorpion green on the nodes, and then now I'm dotting it into the eyes. Sorry, I side quested there. Just rambling, as I do. That's pretty much everyone in the UK does. We ramble quite a lot, to be fair. Especially where I'm from, in Northern Ireland, we love a good ramble. And people also say we talk pretty quickly too, but I don't know. People also say that about the Scottish, and the Welsh, and the English. But I digress, so let's go. Yeah, because I had like the paints. I only used 9 colours for this one. And my web palette was up a bit. I don't even know why I'm pointing. You can't see me pointing because this is a voiceover for the video. Because I had my youngest in beside me, and she was on her iPad, as she calls it. It's just her wee tablet. So she was like listening to music and watching like little videos and stuff, so you know, it was good crack. And if you heard scraping there, that's just the dog hopping from one chair to the other because he's a silly boy. He's a wee Cavalier, King Charles Spaniel. He's nice, calm wee dude. Loves the attention. He's actually getting petted right now. Good boy. Right, I'm busy. think I was just doing some touch-ups here, maybe. I don't know. See, to be honest, I was just rambling and not really paying much attention, which happens quite a lot with me. Like, I just zone out. Well, not zone out. I have hyper focus and then I get easily distracted, but not at the same time. If I hyper focus like anyone else, you're there, zone, not doing anything until it gets done. But on the other hand, your mind just decides to side quest. And yes, the Nuln Oil shade. So I've actually had that bottle of Nuln Oil, the same bottle, for 2 years, and I'm gonna scud myself. But you know what? I'll do it anyway. I have not spilled that one. 2 years, not spilled a drop. I did spill Druchii Violet, though. I think it's on the other side of that mat, or on that board thing. Hang on, let me have a look at it. It's right beside me. Yep, it's on the other side. I did spill that one. I don't think that counts as, you know, being the same as dropping Nuln Oil, but I put more on the back of the cape because, you know, that would be where more shadow is. And I just scrape some off just to lightly do like a wee wash over the front, as it were. Which you'll see actually that coming up in the next clip, because, you know, 45 minutes to dry. Don't think the back was fully dried, but whenever the main body's done, we'll get the wee DJ thing out, get them spun around, take a couple of pictures, tidy up the Necron story arc, and then I can move on to my next quest, which I'll not be telling you until the next video. So, as we can see, it's dry. I sped up this video. Peace!